The reason for these videos is to demonstrate a procedure for rebuilding a very old subfloor without replacing it with plywood. The subfloor in this house is an inch thick, so it's worth rebuilding. Unfortunately, many of the lower rails were cracked or even broken away. This was mostly due to the installation of the knob and tube wiring in the 1920s. Wherever they ran the wires through the joist, they got to the joist by prying up the softwood planks on the floor above. And when they did, they broke a lot of the lower rails by pulling the boards up. You can't pry up a tongue and groove floor, you'll break it. It's not meant to be pulled up. So what I've done here is taken a couple pieces of the subfloor, turned them upside down, and you can see the bottom rails aren't as thick as the top rails. So when they pulled these floors up, the damage is usually along the bottom. Some of these pieces got split, some of them completely broke away. So if the damage isn't too great, you can repair that by taking, what we do is take old hardwood strips that have been harvested off another floor. They were going to end up as landfill anyway. And what we do is we drill pilot holes in the hardwood, because you'll split it if you try putting a screw in it without doing that. And we put carpenter's glue on the bottom and screw them and glue them underneath to the damaged lower rails. Then, after that's finished, we put glue in from the top. These gaps have all been cleaned out, blown out with an air chuck. And we put carpenter's glue in the top, and the carpenter's glue runs past the tongue and groove and actually settles on the tops of these boards. So it's glued from the bottom and glued from the top. We also put 3-inch deck screws, 2 on each plank on each joist, to pull it down really tight. So after that, we take a crack filler, dries very hard, and fill up these cracks. We fill all the cavities and all the screw holes with nitrocellulose. It makes it a lot quieter. So you have a really thick, quiet floor by the time it's done. A lot of the creaking that happens on hard and softwood floors isn't the strips on top. It's the lower rails that are broken. That's why it's really hard to fix squeaking in an old house if you can't get to the subfloor. So what we're going to do is go up and take a look at the floor from below, just so you can see the extent of the amount of work we have to do to fix this.